Welcome back to the channel, Farm with Nick. Thanks so much for joining me again here on Riverbend, and this is probably going to be just a shorter little episode, but just to kind of show you what I'm still kind of up to here on Riverbend, and give you a quick little update. So first, you can see this tractor needs a little bit of repair here and some fuel. Alright, so let's see. And repair is 2,000. Alright, yes, we do want to repair it. Paint condition, I'm okay. Alright. And fuel, there it is. Refuel. The silo is empty. So we need to buy fuel for this. And I think the trigger, is the trigger there? Refill silo. There we go. Wow, 2,000 for that. Alright. Back up and running. So you can see I am in September here. I'm still planning on playing on this series a little bit more. And I know I have my other main series now kind of shifted over to Alma. So if you're kind of finding me by that, I am still kind of playing on here a little bit and still kind of enjoying it. So I don't want to like dismiss this completely, but yeah. Thought I'd bring her along for probably a shorter episode, like I said. But I'm just kind of getting these last couple rows kind of wrapped up here, and then these grass bales are going to become silage. So I have the wrapper out for that too. Now, one thing that I don't know why I'm just having difficulty on with Riverbend here. Is the round bale extension mod. So that extension mod, what it does, and one of the subs to the channel told me about it, and I've been playing with it on the Alma series, but it slows your tractor down, especially when you're doing all the round bales. So it like slows it down to a nice stop, and then all you do is open up the chute, it goes out, and then your tractor is on its way again. Well, for some reason, it will not, like, register and let me, like, load my game for this saved game. So, for whatever reason, I am, like, unable to actually load it in. So that's just kind of odd, and it took me a while to figure out it was that odd, but I did. After a while, and I was like, oh, it's that one. Alright, well, that's kind of a bummer because that's the one I was looking forward to more because I've been doing so much baling on here. So whatever the conflict is, I deleted some other mods kind of trying to figure out what it was, but in the end, that's what it was. It was the fact it was the extension mod. So interesting that it works on one map, but definitely does not work off of this saved game. I don't know why. See, like right there, I missed a little clump of grass, and that would not have happened with that other one, and obviously I didn't back up, so. Alright, looks like the worker is done. Now they are in those back hay fields, like behind me, you can see those all raked up. Now my plan is, yes, to kind of keep playing here on Riverbend. Like I said, I don't want to dismiss this yet. I still kind of like this map. I like the area that I chose. You know, it would be fun to kind of venture out of this little area a little bit. But at the same time, I have gotten used to it. So, we'll see. Kind of after these hay fields and grass fields are kind of cut here for this last cutting in the fall here. I might try to like fast forward time a little bit later in the fall with harvest season. That's my plan, and then kind of get going into winter here, because that's what I was really looking forward to. If you've been watching this series, I'm up into the 30s now for episodes. My plan was actually to get into winter and see where that kind of would take me on the farm with snow and all that, but I never really got to that just because of not even having snow on this map. I mean, there was like nothing. I think there was like a dusting in March, and then when I went to go like plant it and stuff, it was already gone. So it wasn't worth it in the end. So oh well, it happened. So my plan was to maybe, give it another shot. All right, and this is the last row. So one thing also, brought to my attention by another subscriber, they suggested the mod where the bales, once you wrap them, it kind of gets it a little more like irregular and rounded edges on the bales. So I did that, and that script actually works. So I don't know if that baler extension mod script is conflicting. Sometimes that does happen. You never know. But if you look, those silage bales over there, you kind of glance, you can see how the edges are a little more rounded off. And then the grass bales here, next to me are not kind of pretty straight with the edges. So I don't know with that one. That's a question for another time to see if that is conflicting with the game. All right, so this is all set. Now the cattle are doing pretty good on this map. I think kind of coming up into fall and winter, I might kind of shift them around, and I only really did that on another episode. I mean, it feels like it was a while ago now. But I just love this setup. I love these fields out here. I really like this setup. So every time, even though I'm not playing on it as much, every time I come back to it, I'm really happy to come back to it. I'll say that. Alright, I'm pretty sure these were hay fields. So I don't know. Let's see. Is the baler going to change? This is what I forget every time. Is it going to change to hay for me? Or is it just going to make a grass bale? I think it's... Oh, it did. Alright, so it switched to hay. Yeah, so bummer that script mod is not going to go on here, the extension one, like I said. Now I'm like stuck with dealing with this, the backing up and whatnot. So and there goes the bale. Yep. So yeah, that small little field, that's all set. I did silage there obviously, and then these back two fields were all hay. So I kind of want to get that done before it gets into next month. Alright, so let's just kind of zip through equipment really fast. Where's the windrower one? Okay, wow. They missed a whole patch there. Okay. Oh, we'll let it slide. Not gonna come back just for that. Okay, let's just get this out of the way. And then let's go over to... Ooh. That was weird. I turned, but it didn't, like, trigger. Hence why I'm in... That's weird. Okay. Well, I ended up in the creek and the fence area. Yikes. Alright, we'll just leave that there. Oof. That needs a wash. A lot of this equipment needs a wash. Alright, let's run over there. So, really, not much in this episode. Just kind of show you what I'm doing. Kind of picking up with where I left off. But yeah, look at these bales. I like that look. The little, you know, attention to detail there with getting that wrap a little rounded, more or less. I like that. Alright, and look at this, the bale wrap. We're getting low on that. Cool. But yeah, we'll kind of see where this map takes me, especially now that I have the Elma map and that Bale extension mod does work. And I'll double check that again when I get back to playing. But it works on there, but it doesn't work on here. So, but like I said, this may be the last that I do for the cuttings on these fields. Especially if I just play through till winter, we'll kind of see where I'm at. But yeah, this is still the longest, my longest playthrough series that I've actually taped. You know, I played on other maps, you know, through like more than a couple years, but you know, when you're taping and actually recording videos, I just feel like some of it's a little bit different than if I was just sitting down on my own just to play. I feel like it's slightly different with that. Alright, but let's get a couple more of these wrapped up. Really, it's probably not much more. Let's see if I can get a couple more done with you guys here, and then we'll call it good. I probably should check on the cattle, but last episode I knew they were doing all right. All right, let's have a look. All right, cattle pasture. Yep, they're all right. They're okay. And yep, no manure heat next to that one. No, next to that one. Even though, like, the cattle pen, see, that's what I don't get too. The cattle pen is showing no manure heat either, even though it said there's no straw on there, but it's saying no manure heat, even though I put in for that cattle pasture one, I put in the mod that was actually, you know, given when you download that one. So I actually put that one in, but it just didn't register. So who knows? Alright, we'll do just a couple more here. But yeah, just 1, 2, 3 back there, and then just a handful up here. Then I'm all set. Actually, am I gonna run out of bale wrap here now? And you know, I bought a lifetime supply of bale wrap. Oh Lord, that was back when I started on this. Who knew? It'll go a little bit more actually, but it's not gonna make it. I don't think it's gonna make it. Alright, let's get this one here, and then there goes that other bale. One of the many downfalls of building on the hill. Alright, let's grab the pickup. Not that one. That one. Alright. We'll just put some in here. Right, they should have some in here. Gosh, I loaded this up way back in the day. So yeah, here it is, and then there's the net. Bunch of netting in here still. Wow. So let's just use some super strength there. Oops. Did I let it go? Oop, drop object. No, I did not. Alright, let's take it out there. But yeah, I still enjoy this farm. Like I said, spent a lot of hours on it. So it's hard to actually like say goodbye to it, and because it was one of my bigger farms for FS25, you know, I don't think I'll completely ever really stop playing on it, even if I just play on it on my own. Alright. We gotta refill the wrapper. Oops, there it goes. Yeah, that's cool animation there. That's so neat. And this should go with even if I'm not in it, right? Yes. Okay. Alright. Well, I will let you guys go there. I'm just going to finish up wrapping the rest of those grass bales. You get the idea. So thanks for kind of tuning in here on a shorter episode here on Riverbend. And kind of looking forward to getting into fall, like I said, even on the last episode, now that I just kind of have to finish up those fields. And then I'll kind of go from there. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a good one. Take care.